Anybody moves, anybody says anything, cut the boy's other eye out and feed it to his father, and then we'll start. You can breathe. You can blink. You can cry. Hell, you're all gonna be doing that.
Stand ready for my arrival, Vern.
Mark and Conquest clash, causing a massive shockwave that propels civilians and military personnel into the air. And the way people were pushed back, you would have thought it was Vespuccia coming in hot down that slide. Conquest pushing back and scoring a headbutt on Mark. At this point, Mark needs to go see an anthropologist because this is the second headbutt he saw coming. My man Conquest starts speaking to Mark. Anissa with her fine ass would have told you to stand down. How the Viltrum Empire intends to turn planet Earth into a paradise. But as you can see, I'm not her. I don't fight for good and I don't fight for evil. I just fight. Yes, I've been replaying Asura's Wrath again for the 100th time. After seeing all that, Mark then tackles Conquest through multiple buildings. Take this battle to a non-populated area. The number of buildings that are falling left and right, you would have thought they're in Goku's universe. Conquest then firmly grasps Mark by the throat. I want more.
Choke me hard, Daddy.
Stop it. Get some help.
Mark then goes off and starts pummeling Conquest, bringing the battle to Earth's atmosphere. They're about to visit the watchtower, but Conquest is smiling, making a ball out of his blood and shaping it into a heart. Yo, what is this man on? Damn, about to change his name from Conquest to FreakQuest because even he knows Mark is fine shit. He collides with Mark and pulls him back to Earth. These two are reenacting the Asura vs. August fight. Mark, being a little too confident, says, "You really think you could beat me? No one beats me."
The fuck you lying?
Little nephew, I know you ain't talking. You get your ass beat so often, it makes the immortal shine. Back at the crib, everyone is getting a 4K viewing of Invincible getting his ass beat on TV. Debbie crying with her new boo consoling her. My son is getting his ass beat on national television. Again! I wanna be hating on my boy Oliver, but when he sees Big Bro in danger, his inner YN senses starts tingling. Debbie, knowing she can't stop her son from crashing out, lets him go. I still don't trust you. Mark laid out on the pavement in a daze looking up at the sky.
The things I do for love.
He flips over and starts to cough up blood. The earth trembles. He looks up to see death diving down, crashing into him with such power that the entire city collapses. I just want to take a moment and say the animators were cooking with this episode. Everybody who were bitching nonstop, oh my god, the animation is horrible, I can see the PNG, where's the budget from season 1? They saved that budget for the finale and silenced y'all with this masterpiece. Luckily for Mark, his little YN pulls up, but they are moving at supersonic speed. Oliver struggles to catch up as Invincible soars into the sky, getting pounded by Conquest. Ayo, I could have said anything else. Mark is propelled through several buildings before colliding with an oil truck. He's about to have multiple spinal fractures, his spine looking like a Mortal Kombat X-ray super move. Mark struggles to stand up as Conquest zooms in. Mark lifts up his hand. Pause! Bro, how you gonna choke me out again? Do you have some weird choking kink you're not telling me? Shh, 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 shh. Hush now, baby boy. I believe in you. You can do this. I'm having so much fun with you. Please play with me some more. If you don't, I'll murder everyone in the city. What kind of motivational ass speech was that? How you uplifting Mark and beating his ass at the same time? Here comes Oliver with a swift uppercut and the cheesiest grin you have ever seen. Oliver flies ahead with confidence, eager to deliver a thrash in the Conquest.
Big ass beat down coming up!
Conquest snatches Oliver by his leg, captivated by the presence of the tiny child.
What's good, Nyaka?
Now, Mark isn't gonna let anything happen to his little crash out of a brother and kicks Conquest aside. Conquest gets up, showing off his broad back. Damn! What's your workout routine? Giving the Grayson brothers a severe side eye. Conquest, all calm, cool, and collected, starts walking up towards them. Mark tells Oliver he needs to bounce, grabbing him by his collar and tossing little bro off screen. Where is your Viltrumite pride? Okay, Conquest, channeling his inner Vegeta. Back at the Pentagon, Cecil's having a full-blown panic attack, trying to send in some cyborgs to tag in. But sir, they aren't ready yet. We need 2 more weeks, bitch. We don't have the luxury of 2 weeks. Are you not seeing this 4K ass beating that's delivered to? We have less than 2 hours. With all this happening, Eve wakes up a whole week later to her dad bitching. I swear, every time this man appears on my screen, he gives me the itch. Eve asks for Mark only to see his ass getting turned every which way on the news. Damn, my bae is getting more folded than laundry. Mark is getting thrown around like a rag doll. This isn't even easy mode. This is child's play. Why they sent me here to deal with you when you're not in my league? Conquest is getting mad that this fight is way too easy. He wants a challenge. You know your daddy Nolan? He a real one. He at least would have put up a half decent fight. Telling Mark his father is dead, executed, gone. There is no body to bury. But the mini crash out makes a comeback and smashes his feet in Conquest's face. Oliver, please, little bro. This isn't the elephant. Conquest, not affected by Oliver's attack, says, I'm going to feast on his heart. Conquest, we get it. You're the villain, but you're kind of pushing it. But now he has his sights on Oliver. This is the second time little bro intervened and he needs to be punished. Conquest speeds forward and pimp smacks Mark away like a $5 hoe. Let little nephew tag in. Conquest then strikes Oliver so hard that the boy begins to vomit out blood and loses several teeth. He palms Oliver's head and begins tearing him apart like he's a toy. Mark manages to recover and saves his brother by crashing into Conquest. Cecil pops in with a quick rescue. He sees Mark and Conquest leveling the city. If that wasn't bad enough, Eve hits up his line. I'm going out and helping Bae. Eve. Omni-Man was the DILF that decimated Chicago. Conquest is the GILF stronger than Omni-Man. You can't handle him. You barely handle the weaker versions of your boyfriend. Watch me. I swear, I love Eve's devotion to Mark. She doesn't play when it comes to her man. Back to the one-sided battle. Conquest is using Mark as a surfboard. Don't worry, little nephew. I'm taking you to see the baddies on the beach. Mark can only watch as Conquest took him over to a crowd of beachgoers, turning them into a spray of blood and guts before slamming him through the city. I know he's getting war flashbacks from his father. Conquest did a sequel to the infamous train scene. Mark's PTSD is through the goddamn roof. At this point, if I was living on Earth in the Invincible universe, I would have packed up and left. Is there an option to move from the planet? Anyway, a new challenger appears. Leave my man alone, you animal! Okay. Mark interferes, trying to distract because he doesn't want his bae fighting this demon. Conquest hits with the headbutt and slams his hand backwards, fracturing Mark's thigh. Conquest looking at him with utter revulsion. How dare you? How dare you have feelings and empathy for others? Fucking weirdo. Honestly, I do feel bad for Mark. First, his little brother joins the fight only to get stretched out by an old man. That sounded so much better in my head. And now his girl is pulling up too. She's not even at full health, missing a whole ass leg. Eve's having her Power Rangers moment and made a set of armor out of the broken parts of her shield. Homegirl thinks she's Sailor Moon or some shit. And when he tries to attack, she pulls a Shinra Tensei to slow that ass down, smacking him with a spike hammer, hitting him over and over and over again. Conquest, not impressed, breaks the hammer easily, and Eve, I'm not gonna lie, you breathing heavy as hell. Girl, you're about to hyperventilate. Please put respect on Eve's name. She's at least trying. I don't see any of the other heroes pulling up. Eve's putting in more work than the immortal. I need to stop. I need to stop. I stay pressing on that man's neck. She's attacking him with mallets, hammers, walls, spikes, and all different types of projectiles. Just when I was rooting for Eve to win, Conquest lands a blow that breaks the armor on her left leg. He returns and destroys the armor on her right leg, grabs her and delivers a headbutt that cracks her helmet. I swear, Viltrumice loves spamming that headbutt attack. He rearranges her face and plunges his hand inside her torso. Yeah, I'm in them guts. I'm all in them guts. Pretty much ending her life. Mark, devastated, catches her and cries his heart out. No, please, no, please don't leave me. Please stay with me. Don't talk, you'll be fine. Cecil! Anyone! Help! Conquest observes from afar. I'm amazed at your bond. Is this what Earth Usi does to people? Make them fragile beings? He then licks her blood. Conquest. You a certified freak. 7 days a week. Let me stop before YouTube comes for my ass. If you got something to say to your shawty, say something now. Too late, the bitch dead. Mark remains silent, glaring at Conquest, tears streaming down his face. I want to thank you, Mark. It's unusual for me to let loose like this. I gotta follow all these politics and rules, but Viltrum said, fight to your heart's content on Earth. Do what you gotta do to make this little boy understand we're not playing. Mark, making that Arthur fist, says, don't worry, I can see the future, and you don't live to see tomorrow. You took my girl, I'm ending your life. In the crowd, cheers! Mark and Conquest move in, bashing their fists together. Mark successfully braced Conquest's mechanical arm, sacrificing his own. Okay? It only took the death of his girlfriend, but now Mark is locking the fuck in. Even Conquest is impressed by this new development. Mark begins having his crash out, ruthlessly fighting Conquest, only for the gilf to bear hug him. He tries to talk to the little bro, but Mark says F that and does a Rick Grimes, tearing off a piece of Conquest's flesh. As Mark and Conquest fight in the air, something's happening to Eve in the background. She's looking like Gwen Tennis's Anodite form. Before long, Mark has Conquest restrained and begins to give him the Hercules treatment. Mark then hits the side eye, noticing something going on with Eve. Conquest uses the brief interruption. Little boy, what are you looking at? We are in the middle of a fight. The disrespect. My man Conquest bending down to Mark, whispering into his ear, I'm so lonely.
911, what's your emergency?
There's an old man trying to clap my cheeks. He then explains his backstory. All the other Viltrumites fear me. No one wants to be my friend because they believe I'm unpredictable. They send me to different planets to commit horrific things on their behalf. And as I evolve, their terror of me grows more severe. Conquest isn't even my real name, just a title and a mission. Why does this make me want to hug him? Not me showing empathy to the gilf. What's even more baffling, he does this while choking out Mark, and Conquest wonders why people think he's a little unhinged. Pushing Mark further and further into the ground, stopping when everything turns pink, turning around to see Eve shrouded in pink energy before hitting him with a Kamehameha. Eve falls to the ground and you think they won, but Conquest rises looking like the armored titan, red in his eyes. I'll make sure she's dead this time. Mark, not trying to relive his trauma, launches forward and punches him with an uninjured fist, pins Conquest to the ground and delivers punch after punch. However, Conquest catches his fist and crushes his hand. Mark, not giving up, begins spamming the headbutt attack, ramming his forehead into Conquest. Blood splatters all around as Mark continues to pound Conquest to death.
What did he say?
All I can say is Glenn finally got his revenge against Negan. He gave him the same treatment, caving Conquest's face in. Us Glenn fans are vindicated. Mark then collapses to the ground and approaches Eve. I love you more. Am I naked? As soon as they fall into unconsciousness, everybody now decides to pull up. Honestly, it was better than none of them came because half of them are sorry. Except for Tech Jacket. Tech Jacket, he's solid. Mark awakens in the hospital. He sheds a few tears as he recalls everything, wondering how Eve survived despite the wounds she sustained from Conquest. Eve explains that she has mental barriers that prevented her from commanding sentient matter. When a traumatic event happens, it overcomes her limits, allowing her to use her powers freely, with her near-death experience providing the required motivation to overcome those limitations. To put it simply, she's broken. Debbie comes in crying, apologizing to Mark, how this isn't the life I wanted for you, yada yada yada. Let's skip to the funeral that got me mad and seeing red. When I tell y'all that Rudy gives me the ick, that would be an understatement. Rudy is a weirdo. 1. He decides to change his name from Rudy to Rex. Like, the man isn't even 6 feet in the ground yet. That made me gag in disgust. How do the others now see how weird that is? Rudy took his DNA, body, likeness, and now name too? Without consent. Rex was freaked out when he first saw Rudy do this. I am not disrespecting my man by calling this off-brand watered-down version Rex.
I love you, Rex.
Bitch,
That's straight up evil right in front of my girl Ray. Seeing her breaking down all alone with no one to comfort her hurts me so much. All the couples being cute and happy while she's there alone. Using Rex's funeral as an excuse to transition. Get this thing off my screen. The alien parasites return. Kitty! Oh my god, it's Kitty! Guys, if you don't know, Battle Beast is my favorite character in Invincible. I'm desperately trying to find me a Battle Beast plushie to cuddle with. He awakens. More! He bodied that Viltrumite he was fighting. Black Megamind got himself a new arm and the technicians say, we need a new home, and he's about to help them. And Cecil, being a fucking clown, has Conquest contained in a steel box. Cecil, 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 Cecil! I dedicated an entire video explaining why you do the necessary measures you do, and you pull this clownery fuckery after Mark specifically said burn his body, and instead you kept it? Not only did you keep the body, but you're healing him as well? They're bringing him back to life so they can interrogate him about the Viltrum Empire. We all know this man about to bust out. Cecil, you officially lost me. To end the finale, we see Damien Darkblood doing the spooky ookie, talking about summoning the devil and whatnot, and that's the end of season 3. Damn, this got me hyped. When's season 4 coming out? If you guys want more Invincible videos, let me know. And thank you all for the love and sweet comments, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!